Today I'm going to be showing you how to paint this pretty and colorful fantasy mask. The first step of this design is to take a sponge, fold it in half, and then load it with any split cake of your choosing. I'm using the Lisa Joy Young Lagoon split cake by Kryvaline. Then take your sponge and rotate it in a circle until you have the proper amount of blending. Make sure to keep the light color on the top. For the background, I'm using the Nye Lumieres because they're quick and easy. I decided to work from lightest to darkest for easier blending, so I'm applying yellow in the middle, and I follow that with pink. And you can blend the colors just by swiping them together. And next is purple, and then finally is blue. Make sure the colors get a little longer on your face as you move down. So the shortest point is going to be in the middle and then the longest on the temples. And this is totally optional, but I decided to use some black eyeshadow and put that in the crease. And this just helps to define the eye and make it bigger, and it doesn't take long. Make sure to line the bottom of your lashes as well with it. And put some white in the inner corner for some nice highlight. And that's it for the eyes. I'm re-wetting this circle so I can put some glitter on it before I do any details. That way none of my line work will be obstructed by glitter. Using a really beautiful metallic green by Kryvaline, I'm going to outline the top 3/4 of the circle and then add a point to the top. And without rinsing out my brush, I'm going to load some yellow onto it. And it's going to create a nice transition color, and I'll add that about halfway through. And then to the bottom, I'm going to put just yellow, no green at all on my brush, and then sweep that through both of those colors. And what that's going to do is create a really nice blend and transition with pretty much zero effort. Next, using metallic pink and a teardrop stroke, I'm going to follow along the shape I just made, going a little bit higher and ending in a point. And then I'm blending in a purple color upwards for interest and variation, but that's totally optional. Taking that same purple color, I'm going to go along again with another teardrop stroke, a little lower this time, but the point of my teardrop is always going to point towards the center of the bridge of my nose. That's my focal point. That helps to create unity, and it helps your design to make sense when you always have a focal point in mind. Next, I'm going to add 2 more circles, and I'm going to pinch my sponge even tighter this time. That way the circles will be smaller than the one in the middle of my forehead. And I'm making sure once again to keep the light color on the top, and that will help with the illusion of them having a more 3D-like effect. Using the same metallic green, I'm going to add some details to the corners of my eyes. I'm making sure to press on my brush, lifting up and flicking it to help create nice thick to thin lines and always ending in sharp points. I'm going to blend in some yellow with my finger here, and as you can see in my design, I kept the yellows and the blues together and the pinks and the purples together. It creates unity and helps it to not look too busy. Now I'm adding some more circles on my cheekbones, but honestly, if I could do this over again, I wouldn't have added them. I think they're a little too much, but I'll leave that up to you guys. Just continue around your design, adding the pink and purple teardrops to finish it off. Once again, the pink teardrops are going to be bigger and the purple ones smaller. And then they get smaller and smaller as they go into the inner corner of your eye. And that just gives more attractive shape. Finish it off with a metallic green stroke. Using a little bit of purple and some white, I'm going to add some highlights to all of my teardrops. So if it's on the green, I'll put a little green and some white. And this is going to help brighten them and help them to pop out a little more. So that is your finished base. Now it's time to outline and pray that everything you just did all comes together with this step. And let me tell you, outlining a circle in the middle of your forehead is, I think, the hardest thing to do in life. Oh my gosh. So please excuse any messy line work here. Make sure to have the line on the bottom of the circle thicker than the line on the top, and that will help to add to the illusion that it's a 3D effect. And just go along your design and carefully outline all of the strokes you made, making sure to have thick to thin lines in there for interest, and always ending with a very fine point at the end of your teardrops. I decided that the middle needed a little something extra, so I'm doing a cluster of teardrops, which is also very difficult to do on yourself in the middle of your forehead. But make sure the teardrops get smaller as they go up, and that all the points of your teardrops are pointing to a focal point, which in this case is the middle of my forehead. Continue outlining your circles and the designs along the corner of your eye. And when you fade out of your line, try to make it so fine that it disappears into almost nothing. This will add a really nice delicacy and interest to your design. So practice your thick to thin lines ending in a really fine point, and that will help your designs to look more professional, to look more clean, and to look more interesting. Add some dots to help bring everything together. And now this is actually a really important step. What I'm doing is going to all my sharp corners and rounding them out. And that's going to help unify the design, bring it all together, and add a boldness and interest to it. So anywhere where you see a sharp corner, go ahead and round it out. Now the final step is highlights. When you're highlighting circles, make sure to highlight 2 points on the very outer edges of the circle. And to create the stroke, start in the middle of it, press and flick, go back to the middle, press and flick. And do that for every circle. And then this is totally optional, but I decided to go ahead and give an additional highlight to all of my teardrops and swirls and curls, just to help them stand out even more. Continue highlighting all around your design, and that's it. You're done. I really hope that you guys liked this, and if you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and subscribe, and check me out on Facebook. The link to that is below, as well as all of the products I used in this video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.